Welcome back to the We Three Bros podcast. Did you miss us? What's up, Joseph?
What's up, Derek? And happy belated happy Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah, happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day.
So how was your you didn't have a weekend. How was Black Friday?
Oh, it was awful. Shout out to the people buying gifts for the family and just spending money. Yeah, they say we don't have no money, but people are out there spending money, man. So it was wild. It was hectic. I saw some things, right?
Were people fighting over some Converse?
No, so people weren't necessarily fighting for shoes, but there was definitely all right, so there was this incident, right, where there was this woman with her children, right? And when I say children, her kids are probably teenagers at this point, but they were young teenagers, anywhere between 13 and 15 years old, right? And there was a kid who was walking through and he bumped one of the kids, right? He bumped the 13-year-old, and the 13-year-old just kind of looked at him and didn't say anything. But the mom was like, hey, you, and the kid just turned around. He's just like, you better apologize to my son. You bumped into him. And I was like, oh shit, mom's about to whoop that ass. Oh, I got another story. Anyways, mom's about to whoop that ass, right? And the kid's just all he's just kind of shrugging his shoulders, right? Kid who I don't know if he intentionally did it, but he definitely bumped, her son.
Yeah.
And he just kind of brushed his shoulders and was like, I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't walk back in time and not bump into the kid, right? And she's like, how dare you? Do you not have manners and stuff? And the kid was just like, nah, whatever. And just kind of walked away. So she started kind of walking towards him. So the kids were just like, Mom, stop. It's fine. And I was just like, yo, Wayne Brady's about to smack a bitch.
Right.
I was just so pumped about it, man. Another incident, man. I hope I don't get in trouble for talking about this, but again, I try not to tell people where I work at, but whatever. There was we had a security guard, right, and he was up front, right, just watching, making sure people weren't trying to steal or trying to be as preventative as possible, right? Our policies kind of changed a little bit, so. Not that we could ever run after people or anything like that, or get physical or grab our products or something, but, just give people really good customer service. Right. But there was an incident where there's this woman who had this bag and was just casually trying to walk out, man. And she played it really smooth. And one of our employees kind of pointed to that person and was like, hey, that person just stole from us, or that person's stealing from us. They're walking out. Right.
Yeah.
But the security guard walked out, grabbed the woman, and kind of bodied her a little bit to the ground. And then he eventually pinned her against the window, and she was just scrushed up on the window and stuff. And I mean, we got our stuff back, and then I guess her glasses were out there. So now we have her glasses. So ma'am, if you need your glasses, just come back to the store and we got your glasses for you. It's perfectly fine. Nothing's going to happen. You won't get arrested.
Right.
I'm just kidding. That's me for people who are listening right now. So that was pretty interesting to see, man. And again, I can't say how much money I actually counted, with the nightly deposit, man. But that nightly deposit was somebody's salary, big time salary. I was just sitting there, I was just like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. So It was racks on racks on racks on racks, man. We're talking again, I can't get into specifics. I could probably tell you off camera, man. But that nightly deposit on Black Friday was wild. Again, I mean, you see it in movies all the time, but that was the most money I've ever seen in my life, in person. And
right.
It was all legit, and so it was just wild to kind of see that, man. But I made it through. I don't know how I made it through. I think I told you, there was one night where I literally got 4 hours of sleep, just went back to work and, just pushed through it and was trying to be as upbeat as possible, man. But it's controlled chaos, right? That's what it is. I know it took me. You've worked in retail, so you know.
Yeah, I definitely don't miss it.
I mean, it's every year where I think 6 months before it happens, I'm already mentally preparing myself.
Yeah.
It's May, and I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, that's not 6 months out, but just thinking in general, I'm like, oh look, it's so nice outside. It's just oh shit. What month are we in? We're in May. Fuck, it's around the corner, and then I just start mentally getting prepared for it. So. it's just one of the things you gotta work through it, man. I'm not. I usually takes me 30 minutes, a 30-minute drive to get to work. And it took me an hour and a half. You know, and I was barely on time, right? And that was like I think I spent maybe 30 minutes just in the parking lot driving
Trying
around
to
trying
find a
to
spot.
even then, man, there was just like bumper to bumper traffic. It was ridiculous. And so
Remember in Houston, they used to make us park in that field?
yeah, I ended up having to park in some kind of field. There's like a hotel that's like down the block from the mall, and like some of our employees like parked out there. There's no lighting out there. There's none. Like there's no
Yeah.
street lights out there or nothing like that. And so she parked out there during the day when there was sun, and it was 10 o'clock when she was leaving. And she said she was like walking in the mall parking lot and like walked to behind the building and like got to the street and looked down the street. She said it was pitch black and was like, oh hell no. Like turned back around and like walked back in. She was just like, can I just clock back in and work? And we're like, yeah, if you want to. So she like clocked in, but there were some other employees that were leaving maybe like 30 minutes after she started working again. She's like, hey, so I'm gonna skedaddle. You're good, go ahead and leave, man. But she's like, I don't know what kind of stranger things are fucking out there. Like, I'm not trying to fuck around with demigorgons. Like, and I was
Right.
like, I feel that. So yeah, man, I survived it. It was good, man. I think I told you I didn't go home for Houston. I stayed here, but my neighbor Greg, a wonderful human being, man. He's super cool. Called, he saw my car out in the parking lot and called me. He's just like, "What are you doing today?" And I was just like, "Man, chilling and watching football." He's like, "Hell no, you're gonna come eat dinner with me and the family." So
Nice.
got to go over there, man, and share Thanksgiving with him and his family. Man, they throw down. They had like homemade pecan pie, which was absolutely delicious, man.
Nice.
It was extremely good, and we were joking around and like the ingredients like probably cost way more than what the pie probably is worth or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like
Yeah.
it was a lot of money, right? Just because like pecans, man, like most edible nuts have just gone like gone up in price and stuff. So he's like, oh man, it's crazy how much this costs. But his mother-in-law kind of made most of the food, and it was all good. It was all
Yeah.
really good, man. So shout out to Greg, man. But how was your week, man? How was your weekend last week? How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was just the two of us, so we did a small meal. We tried to do a small meal. I mean, today I still ate some leftovers for dinner. Still had
Hell
leftover
yeah.
turkey. I'm like, man, this is. But I tossed it after today. I'm like, I'm not gonna push it another day. So yeah, we had our little Thanksgiving. Watched some football. Watched some. What else did I watched some else. I don't even remember.
Hmm.
Watched some other random stuff on TV. And then Friday we didn't really we did go to the mall, but it wasn't until later in the afternoon. Like we
Yeah.
weren't like busting in there like at doors opening or whatever, trying to fight crowds. Because we had one thing that we were in mind to go get, and it was
Hmm.
just a new carry-on bag because we're traveling in a few weeks.
Yes,
So we
sir.
went to Macy's and got the one we wanted. Drug that thing around the store trying to find a line that wasn't 4 miles long, and then we still like we were probably in line for like 20, 30 minutes to pay for this one piece of luggage,
Ooh.
and then rolled out. Um, and then Saturday it snowed here, and we took the time to go. We went and got a couple of last minute small decorations to finish
Mhm.
our our Christmas decorations, and then we went and picked up our tree.
Oh,
So we
nice.
got a nice big 7 foot Colorado blue spruce,
Ooh.
and it's huge. It takes up like a whole corner of the living room.
He showed me photos, guys. It is really nice. The tree is really, really nice. I like the
And I
setup.
had to carry that thing by myself from the car to the house. That thing was like you can probably see like a few of the marks from where I got beat up
Yeah.
by that tree.
You tell me itty bitty little Petra didn't help you lift that tree, man?
No, she filmed me carrying the damn thing in. So yeah, we took the rest of Saturday and decorated the tree, and got all our Christmas decorations up and everything.
Mhm.
And then Sunday it snowed a little bit more, so we went. There's this park that we like to go to walk around. They have a huge like outdoor walking area that goes to like
Yeah.
marshland and all that stuff, and along the river. So we went out there and walked in the snow, and took some pictures, and just enjoy the outdoors.
For
So that was pretty
sure.
cool. And then went and picked up my dad a few Christmas gifts. So because we're not going to be here for Christmas, so we had to get
Yeah.
stuff. And I think this Saturday we're going to meet up with my dad and my aunt to give them their stuff.
Oh, badass, man. Just a little to add on to a little bit of what happened last week, right? Or just kind of add on something like, and that's, yeah, since I couldn't go to Thanksgiving, my mom and my sister surprised me at work, man. They came in and,
Oh, for real?
yeah, man, it was super cool.
That's
Like,
awesome.
yeah, I was just like sitting there. Someone's like, "Hey, your sister's outside." And I was like, "What random person is here to visit me? Like, I don't know what the hell's going on." And it was my sister and my mom, and they were like, "Oh, you couldn't make it, so we decided to come see you." And then they brought me like a huge aluminum thing full of like just the Thanksgiving meal that they ate, and like so I still got a piece of like
Home cooking.
home like Thanksgiving. So just like you, man, I was like the past few days have been just leftovers from that, right? So.
Yeah.
It was really delicious. And two, man, the duality of our country, right? In a lot of ways, our country's split in half in so many ways, right? Like whether it's like, hey, I like vanilla, no, I like chocolate ice cream, or whatever the case may be. Obviously, there's other things, but we're not going to get into those things. But the duality of our weather environment, like it's snowing up there, and like today was like in the 70s here in Texas. Like I was wearing shorts to work, man. I know we kind of talked about it a little bit. So when you showed me that photo of the front of your house and there was snow like out in the yard, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, it's hot outside, man. And you got snow. Like, what the hell? So it's just funny, man, how how all that stuff works, right?
One of our neighbors has a corgi, and he was walking the dog during the snow, and that dog was so excited to be out there in the snow. Like I opened the door because he looked like I thought it must have been his first time seeing snow. The way he was like jumping around and rolling in the snow. So I opened the door and I'm like, "Hey, is this his first snow?" He's like, "No, he's like this every year when it snows." That dog was so excited to be in the snow.
I will say my dog Lola. Whenever it snowed here, right, we had that huge like winter storm out in January or I forgot which month it was, but it was like early spring, and we had that snow or whatever, man. And my dog, like, she was a fucking trooper. I don't want to say she liked it, but when we went out to the bathroom, man, she was out there walking in the snow like nobody's problem, like peeing in it, man, turn that white snow to yellow snow. And doing her business and stuff out there, man. Like she was a trooper out there. I felt bad because she was like shaking and I could tell she was cold, but she was neither like impressed, but she was neither like I hate this either. She was just a little different, but
you need to get her a little dog coat.
Oh man, I have one. I'll show you. Maybe on our episode on the 16th, man. I'll get her a coat and I can show off her coat here in the We Three Bros podcast. If you guys want to check that out, for sure, check that out. And also number 2, man. Number 3. It is No Shave November. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've grown out the beard.
Yeah, I actually shaved mine today. Like, yeah. I was like, oh, I want to shave. I just felt like shaving. I'm like, I want to get rid of all this. So I just shaved.
Oh man, I'm upset that you got rid of it. We were supposed to be beard brothers. We were the We Three Bro Beard Brothers, or the We Three Beard Bros. Right. That's what kind of. Yeah, no man, No Shave November. So man, tomorrow is the 1st of December. So maybe
you're gonna shave it all off tomorrow.
I mean, I don't know. Like I kind of want to, but I'm also like,
you should just do the goatee. Like keep this.
Just keep the goatee. Just walk around. Just.
The mustache and the goatee?
I either do that, or if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go full circle and just shave everything and keep the mustache and just go like that. Yeah.
The old 70s porn stash?
Oh, 100%. I got a denim jacket, denim jeans.
The old Canadian tuxedo, huh?
And my denim button-up t-shirt. Like, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. We'll get this started. Maybe throw on a flannel. That's just because why not? So
yeah, next Thursday or our next week's podcast, we should do flannels.
Oh hell yeah, I'm down with that. Throw out the flannel, got the mustache going. I'll be ready, Derek. For you, man, I'll do it. No, I don't know. So we'll see what happens, man.
In an old Milwaukee.
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's drinking Milwaukee right now too. For the listeners who are listening, I'm just kidding.
My hydro flask is old Milwaukee, some beast.
That's all he does. Yeah, people at work. He's not drinking water. Fuck that. It's Milwaukee. It's old Milwaukee.
The champagne of beers.
Please tell me that's not the logo. That's not the slogan.
One of them, isn't it Milwaukee's?
I don't fucking know, but that's funny.
One of them is the champagne of beers.
Oh, please look this up. I don't even know what to say. I'm just trying to stick with Keystone.
How do you spell champagne?
I don't know, man.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
Oh no. All right.
It actually says it on the bottle,
on the
can or whatever.
On the next topic, Derek, what are some things, man? This is the We Three Bros podcast where we talk a variety of topics. It can go anywhere from science Again, pseudoscience, because we don't know shit about that. Or about Ghost, and then also about movies and music and other things, man. But mainly we've been sticking to TV shows and movies, and of course some football towards the end. But to start out the segment with movies and TV shows, man, what have you been getting into? What can we talk about? I know there's probably some things that I've seen and you've seen, so let's get into it, man.
So I know there's one big one that we both watched week before last.
So we're gonna hop in this, or we're gonna hop into
we might as well get right into it.
We're gonna get back into. Okay, somebody grab the onions because shit, it's about to go down.
And it's been it came out over 10 days ago. So
yep.
I mean,
I think
there's gonna be some spoilers, but if you haven't seen it by now, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Should we spoil it? Oh, I guess we'll say the spoiler. We'll be like, hey guys, spoilers, don't listen. Skip 5 minutes, 10 minutes before here. But
like we did for what was that other movie we gave the spoiler warning for? Eternals?
I believe it was Eternals. Yeah. So we'll do something like that, so make sure not to spoil it. But yes, man, there is a classic movie. It was, how can I say this? The original, fantastic, right? Such an icon, such a classic, right? There were so many quotables from the film. And then they had a sequel to the film, which wasn't as great.
Wasn't as good, but it was still a good movie in its own right.
And then they made a third one, but
which really wasn't canon, I don't think.
It was not canon. Like it just didn't hold up. The second one was probably better than that one. And
the second was definitely better than the 2016.
Yeah. And then we have this new one.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Derek, man, what were your initial thoughts, man? Let's get into it, man. The opening scene, right? You see a character, right? Long beard in this old town out there in Oklahoma, which I knew they were in Oklahoma, and I'll tell you why, right? Or I knew they were in Oklahoma. And the reason I knew they were in Oklahoma because there was this one scene where Paul Rudd is at the school, and there's a kid who's wearing an OKC Thunder t-shirt.
Oh, and I was like, yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
And I was like, oh shit, I wonder if they're in Oklahoma. Later they come find out they are in Oklahoma. But anyway, so it starts with this. It looks like something is chasing this truck. This truck is driving at high speeds. It gets into the house. Some things are happening in the house. It comes out trying to trap this giant thing. Something's going on. We're really confused, but we know it's some kind of ghost being, some kind of being that's a ghost or something.
Yeah.
And the opening character dies. Now we won't get into who the character is. You should definitely probably watch it, and we'll get into some spoilers here in a little bit, so we can kind of talk about that character. But a character dies, right? Well, I guess you could. Oh fuck. Well, I guess yeah. So anyway, so that character dies, right? And then fast forward, the daughter of the character, right? Yeah, it was the daughter of the character.
Daughter and the grandkids.
And the grandkids get the inheritance of this person. And they go out to Oklahoma. They move out there. They're supposed to only be there for the summer. And while they're there, some strange, spooky things start happening.
Yeah, so I think it started with the chessboard, right?
It did.
Fell off the counter. And then she put it on the bedstand next to her. And then the next morning when she woke up, one of the chess pieces had moved.
Yeah.
And you could see next to her, the PK meter was going off while she was asleep.
Yeah. And then on top of that too, like she's also like, I don't really believe in ghosts, right? She was like, kind of those kids that are just like, I just believe in science. Which, by the way, did you like all the pun jokes? Were they a little too cheesy at
a little bit?
Okay. Which I didn't know. I don't know why they stuck with.
One of the other things that kind of annoyed me was that kid's name being podcast. Like I get people have nicknames, but I think he gave himself that nickname.
Of course he did.
And like, why would you never even know his real name? Like, he would have told somebody his real name at some point. Someone would have known his real name.
But what if they're leaving that for the next one? Like, maybe his character is tied to another character that's tied to another character or something.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Having that nickname just annoyed me for some reason. I'm like, this kid just being called podcast. And he's like, what, 8 years old?
Okay, listen, Derek. That's just the old man in you that's upset about it. You're like, these darn kids. These damn millennials.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Quit calling yourself podcast. I thought his character was funny though. I did enjoy his
Yeah,
character. Like I get what you're saying about his name and stuff, but no, I thought he was funny. Like I thought he was a good addition to the story, even though he was more of like again he was a side character that really didn't play like a huge part within the show or like within the movie. But I thought he was funny. Like I liked his
yeah.
character. I enjoyed him when he was on screen. Um, maybe even kind of like think about like maybe I should start carrying my goddamn like recorder with me and just walking around,
Recording shit.
record podcasts that way, man. From now on, just have you upload them, and you just have to answer questions that I answer on there or some shit like
Right.
that. It won't line up the voice, the acting, not the acting, but like the voices won't line up.
You
Or
just have to
anything.
make sure you leave pauses. Like if you ask a question, leave it like a 30-second pause
It's
so I
like,
can
hey,
cut
Derek,
it.
what do you think about this? And you're just like, let me hit record. Yes, Joseph, I think that. Or you
So you're trying to give me more work to do.
yeah, or just like you'll throw in some like random shit just to throw people off. It's just like, yeah, Derek. And then as I walked into the house, everything was just destroyed. There was, the walls were, falling apart and the mold was everywhere. And, I looked around and I thought to myself, what would Derek think about this? Weak sauce, and then just like, and I just keep going about some shit. And be like, yes, that was very intuitive, sir. That was very insightful. I've never heard
Very
you.
insightful.
I've never heard you think of something so intelligent or something like that. That was so, I've never thought of things that way and looked at it that way or some shit like that. And you're just like, weak sauce. I was like, what the hell? But, so again, there's a scene, and I think they even show it in the trailer. So if you guys see the trailer, this isn't necessarily a spoiler, but they call Dan Aykroyd's character. They
Yeah.
call the bookstore, right? What was the character's name again?
His character?
Mm-hmm.
Ray?
Ray, right? So they call his bookstore, and they're talking to him, and they're going back and forth, and so you're like, all right, cool, and then that's pretty much it, and you're like, well, what the fuck? These kids are gonna have to deal with all this shit on their own. And I think,
Yeah.
did you like the callback to the villain and who the villain was?
Um, it was a little confusing because it felt like, they in the first one they vanquished this villain already. How is it coming back again? But I guess it kind of explained it when they showed like the dates along the top of the
Yeah,
temple. It said every year so every something odd years he comes back again, or she comes back or whatever.
yeah. I felt bad for that old guy that was like there. Again, somewhat of a spoiler, but like the guy was like mummified, and comes in a thing, and he woke up and was just like, I've done all this, I spent all my resources, and then boom, it was like, all right, thanks, dead. What the fuck?
Right.
He was like did all that stuff or whatever. But I did like I did like the acting. I thought the kids were really great. I don't know what I'm saying. Really great. I can't talk. I apologize, everybody. But I thought the kids were really great in the movie. The only thing was like in some parts it did feel like a kids movie.
Yeah.
It felt more like, I thought I was going to get more of an homage of like, some, and they did some really cool, like, references to like the original, like Ghostbusters films and just kind of some of the devices and vehicles and things of that nature, which I thought was awesome. But yeah, man, it definitely felt like a very kid heavy, like I felt like I was watching a Disney movie for a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that necessarily that is how Ghostbusters films are, but
Yeah.
I did feel like it was somewhat of a Disney film in a lot of ways, where I was just like, oh, okay, like I get it, like this is, it felt a little like Stranger Things, but just like more lighthearted.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And again, of course, there was one kid that was in Stranger Things in the film, right? But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it was a little different, man. It was definitely a little different, but overall, it was a good film. I would recommend it. I would 100% still recommend it for people, and I would still suggest for them to watch. Now, this is the spoiler, right? So again, if you're listening, maybe fast forward like 5 to 10 minutes here, but the ending, Derek, man, with it like, holy shit, man! Like I was waiting the entire film. I was just like, okay, when is it gonna happen? Like it's gonna happen. And like at the end, I was just like, oh shit, I guess it's not gonna happen. They figured it out. Everything's gonna be, it'll be all fine and dandy. Things are gonna be, gonna go well. No, or sorry, so Fandango is just like things went fucking worse. But then, fucking Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and damn, what is the guy's name?
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson, thank you. I can't believe I forgot about that. But yeah, Ernie Hudson came out, man, on screen in the old school Ghostbuster, unis, and they're just like, "Yo, we here, we're ready." They're talking their shit. They got their banter,
Yeah.
man. Like I was like, "Yes, yes, yes, man!" Everybody in the theater was clapping, including
Yeah,
myself. I was
yeah,
just like,
same,
I was like,
same.
hell yeah, man! So it was great, man. That's what I love about theater. Sometimes it's like some shit would happen and people were just like, let's just start clapping. So people start clapping. So
Yeah.
similar to whenever Captain America picked up Thor's hammer.
Oh yeah.
I think
The whole theater went nuts.
dude, everybody and people were like, I knew it.
And
I
Thor's
knew
like,
it.
I knew it. And everyone else is like joined in. I knew it.
Yeah, so people were like jumping up and down, and like people literally like stood up. I think we all like stood up and fucking cheered, and then sat back down. It was wild, man. It was an awesome time. But anyways, this again, people didn't stand up in this movie, but they definitely clapped, man. What were your thoughts when they came out, man?
Yo, I was like super hyped when Ray started giving the speech as a duly appointed
Oh,
whatever
fuck.
representative of the city of
Yeah.
whatever county of whatever state of Oklahoma. I was like, yo, that's the same one from the New York speech.
Fuck yeah.
And then when when Spangler's spirit like was helping the granddaughter, and then
Oh,
they showed
dude.
all the four of them next to each other, I was like, who's in here cutting onions? I'm like, who's cutting these onions in here?
My allergies are acting up.
Right. Like, I got allergies in this movie theater.
Holy shit. This goddamn asbestos is burning my eyes.
And then when they all looked down the line to look at him, I was like, man, this is awesome.
Dude, yeah, again, great callback. I love the fact that, it was it is it Vickman?
Vankman?
Venkman, right? Like his character not not speaking, I think was awesome. Like I don't think
Yeah.
he needed to speak. Like I think
Yeah.
that him just like not speaking and like being able to like just kind of just do all his like nonverbals and his communication was great. And I think it kind of just made the story that much better, man. And just him
Yeah.
like seeing his daughter hugging her and like him like hugging the
Oh no,
granddaughter.
you're talking about Egon.
Egon, yes, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Yeah, I think it was good that they didn't have any like try to do any voice lines for him.
yeah, I thought it was great for him to just kind of like just do that and stuff. So and then of course they showed like scenes from like the previous films, right? Like when they showed the YouTube videos and I
Yeah.
don't know, man, all of it was just it was great. Like I was like, holy shit, like and again, just like you said, when Dan Aykroyd was giving his speech about all that stuff, and what was it? Bill Murray's character was just like, don't worry, he got to finish all of it. It's almost done. Don't worry, or
Right.
so something like that. He was just like, yo, he's gonna finish at some point or something like that. So I was like, oh shit, this is oh man, it was great. It was absolutely
Yeah.
great, man. The movie was awesome. I'm trying to tell everybody to watch it. I was like, if you haven't seen it, if you're a Ghostbusters fan, go watch it. You won't be disappointed. It's not the 2016 version. Like nothing nearly
Yeah.
is that, man. Like way better than that in the way that it
Oh
retells the
yeah.
story, right? What are you
Yeah,
speculating will happen in the
and then the last the after the credit scene, like when they Ernie Hudson bought he had bought the the fire station, the old
Mhm.
Ghostbusters headquarters, and you see him open the doors and they bring Ecto 1 back in, and then
Yeah.
they go down in the basement and you see that the containment unit is still there and it's still active.
Yeah. And like
So
he's
they definitely like set it up so they could do more.
yeah, and that's like kind of what I read. I think I read something that was just like, oh, what is it? What does the ending mean to the Ghostbusters series and stuff? So, kind of reading through that was very insightful on what they, what I think that they're going to kind of go forward with it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm interested to see how everything's going to pan out. What's going to happen towards the end of the series, but we just got to wait to see or not the series,
Yeah.
the movies. But yeah, I gotta wait to see, man, see what's gonna happen within the movie and stuff. So I think they're going in a really good direction. I would love to see all those characters back, maybe even some of the kids, and then kind of see if they can expand on that a little bit, right? Maybe bring
Yeah.
some other characters in there too. So, but yeah, just that's my only complaint, right? It was just that it was like it felt very kid friendly. Again, still didn't deviate from how good the movie was. I think too much. It didn't take too much, but it just felt like a Disney film for a little bit. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is interesting, but not too bad. It was worth the watch, and
Yeah, I'm glad I went and watched it at the theater.
me too, me too. I wouldn't have wanted to watch it like, if I would have like waited and like wait till it came out into streaming services or something. I would have been a little more butthurt, been like, damn, I should have saw this in theater or something like that.
Right.
So Did you go back and watch the first two?
I haven't. No, I watched um a couple of Christmas movies over the weekend.
Oh shit, let's go. Let's get into the holiday films.
So I watched Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2.
Oh shit. I was over here excited. I was over here. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna talk about Christmas Story? Is he gonna call
Rudolph, Frosty the
Rudolph,
Snowman.
Frosty the Snow? Like, where's he going with this? Fucking Die Hard. It's not a holiday film. I'm just kidding. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I watched those. I also watched that 8-Bit Christmas.
Wait,
that
before you get into 8-Bit Christmas, man, how good is Bruce Willis in Die Hard 1? How good is Die Hard 1? Like Alan Rickman?
Yeah.
Holy
excellent
shit.
Movie. Did you know that at the end when he falls off the building,
mm-hmm.
so they have him, it's only like a 5-foot drop and there's a mattress underneath. And they told him they were going to drop him on 3. And they actually let him go on 2 to get the authentic, like, surprise look from his face.
Oh shit! So it's like when his face is falling, like that's him.
Yeah,
like,
he's actually like, surprised that he fell.
He was like, "Oh shit, you assholes!"
Yeah,
I always love when they do shit like that. Like I think in Psycho, which is pretty famous, Alfred Hitchcock, he turned the like he like made the water really cold so that like I forgot the woman who I forgot her name. I think it was something Bateman, but anyways, or no, I think Norman Bateman was like the son or something. Because I don't know, but in Psycho, I forgot the actress's name, but in Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, when he turned the water on, because there's like a shower scene with like the butcher knife and stuff. Whenever he's coming in to stab her, Alfred Hitchcock turned the water on, and he turned it on like freezing cold, so that she would be surprised, and like you can get like a more of an authentic response to her. Which to me, it's just like if I was in there and you throw on some cold ass water, I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? Right. You're either gonna get the best acting of your life, or you're gonna get this ass whooping. That's what you're gonna get, man.
Right. So, you're gonna catch these hands.
Yeah, catch these hands, man. So, but anyways, Die Hard, man, great film. We got to talk about it one of these podcasts and kind of go into it more in depth, man. But 8-Bit Christmas, what'd you think, man? I've heard that, like, I think I was watching something and people were talking about Christmas Story, and apparently there's a sequel to A Christmas Story. And then there's another one that's called like it's like the Hooligan and something or whatever. I don't know, but I think there's like I know there's a sequel. It's terrible. I think maybe most of the people come back, but it's just really bad. Or if they don't come back, only the lamp is even relevant in there.
Yeah.
If it's not that, there's like another one where it's like it's just something where it's like the same actor, the voice is still the same and stuff. But we have to look into this one of these days. But yeah, Christmas Story, man. There's a sequel. It's awful. Reminds me like Saturday Night Fever. The John Travolta film. I don't know if you know this, but there's also a sequel to that. And I think Sylvester Stallone actually directed it, or his brother directed it or something. It's fucking odd, man. Fucking odd. Anyways, sorry, man. 8-Bit Christmas. Get into it, man. I'm sorry.
It was worth a watch.
Okay.
Like, definitely not a go to the movies type of movie. Like, to watch at home, like, I watched it on HBO Max. It was all right. Some of it was good. There were some good parts. There was some parts that you're like, and then they kind of wrapped it up with like a good, like, wholesome ending or whatever.
Okay, good.
To make I guess to try to pull on the heartstrings. But all in all, I mean, it was a decent movie. It wasn't like a great movie. Probably wouldn't watch it again if given the choice. I'd look for something else first.
Would you rewatch another holiday Christmas film, or another holiday film instead?
Yeah, I'd probably watch something different.
Okay, so like 8-Bit
Christmas.
If it was like 8-Bit or rewatch a classic, would you rewatch a classic over?
I'd probably rewatch the classic first.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
It was all right. The acting was decent. It wasn't like the acting was bad. Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay, he's solid. I like him.
When they flash back to the 80s and he's his kid, his dad, I can't remember his dad, but I've seen him in movies before. So his dad's been in a few movies.
Okay.
The person that plays the dad. Maybe the person that plays the mom was also in something else.
Oh, Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hilarious. David Cross.
Yeah, David Cross is in it also.
Yeah, if Jake Doyle or John Doyle's his dad is Steve Zahn.
Yeah,
Steve Zahn is
yeah,
hilarious, man. He's a great actor.
yeah. So I had some decent actors in it.
Okay.
But it wasn't like an epic movie or anything like that. It was worth watching at least once.
All right. Yeah, and I mean, I might check it out. It looked interesting. I heard that it was wholesome. It was a good story. So
Yeah,
I heard positive things. I didn't hear great things. I don't think people are out there raving about it and saying that it's
yeah,
it's just like
yeah. It's not like
amazing.
a blockbuster or anything like that.
No, for sure. So it was kind of like one of those things where I was like, all right, like I might check it out. It's on HBO Max. Like
Yeah.
it looks interesting or something like that. So no, that's cool, man. Anything else, man, that you kind of checked out over the weekend?
So I watched the first two episodes of Hawkeye. I don't know if you saw any of them yet.
I did. I did. And you know the biggest thing that I was just like, man, this is fake. And I think you would agree.
What's that?
When does it ever fucking snow in New York like around Christmas?
Yeah, it's usually like January, February when it snows, like
Dude,
late January.
yeah, living there for
Like you might get a snowfall, but it's not going to stick.
yeah, so like living there the first year that I lived there, I think I remember it like snowed in November, which is really odd, right? Like it snowed and it snowed heavy. Like we're talking
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 inches, right? But I want to say 2 days later, everything melted and it was gone.
yeah,
And then the
yeah,
rest of winter was just like dry, fucking cold and
yeah,
wintry, just a brick. Like you describe it as a brick, like that's exactly how it is. Like it doesn't snow until January, and even when it snows, it doesn't stick that much. But like January, February, the months that. So for me, every time
yeah.
I see now after living there, I'm all like, yo, it doesn't snow days before Christmas. Like this is bullshit. Like when was the last
Right.
time they had like a snowy Christmas, man? You lived there for years.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I ever remember waking up to a snow on Christmas till
Getting
like
cold,
Christmas.
right? Cold for
Just
sure.
cold.
Cold
Just
as
cold.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no snow. None of that, right? So, anyways, but let's get into Hawkeye, man. Quit bitching about the weather.
I'm interested to see where it's gonna go, and who they're gonna introduce.
Okay.
Especially with like the tie-in they kind of put at the end of Black Widow. So I'm curious to see if Black
What was the
Widow's sisters.
tie-in?
So you saw Black Widow, right?
Yeah, Julia Louise Dreyfus at the end.
Yeah, and then the sister, and
Yeah.
she showed her the iPad and it had a picture of Hawkeye.
Oh,
Remember,
that's
she said, "You want to
right.
know who's responsible for Natalie's death?"
That's
And she showed
right.
him a picture of Hawkeye. So I'm wondering if the sister, what was the sister's name?
I can't remember, but I'll look it up as you're talking, man.
So I'm wondering if she's going to make an appearance in this series. But it's only 6 episodes, and we already got two out of the way. So there's only 4 more to go.
It was Yelena Belova. Yelena Belova.
Oh, okay.
Or
So yeah,
something
the
like that.
sister.
But there's only
You
six
know,
episodes?
yeah, it's only 6 episodes.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
That's
I
gonna be a
think it's
quick
supposed to be
turnaround.
done by Christmas.
Yeah, that's gonna be a real quick turnaround.
So, I'm curious to see who they're going to introduce in this
Mm-hmm.
in this series and where it's going to go. Is he going to hand off the Hawkeye torch to this girl, or is he going to continue to be Hawkeye in the future, and in any of the future Avenger movies, or what's going to
Yeah.
happen next?
The funny thing about it is no hero story can ever no hero story can ever start untragic. Like there's always some kind of fucking tragedy
Yeah,
in like a hero's backstory. So with Kate Bishop, right? Again,
yeah,
spoilers for people who haven't watched, and like that incident that kind of happened at the beginning, and you're just like, oh well, that fucking sucks,
right,
So, but it's just like I was just like, yeah, there's no, and then of course like it just happens to be the stepdad or the mom's boyfriend that is up to some kind of sketchy shit or whatever.
right.
So,
Yeah,
um,
because he took the sword, Ronin's sword,
yes, he didn't. He just has an infatuation with swords for some reason.
right,
He
for
just
some strange
yeah,
reason.
because she remember she came home that one day. She's all like, "Why is there so many swords everywhere?"
Yeah,
And like he was there. She's like, "Let me introduce you to somebody." And so like the I call him stepdad, but like the new boyfriend or the mom's boyfriend or whatever. So
yeah.
it was interesting to see kind of. I was like, oh shit, I wonder where they're going to take this and what direction they're going to go. But I did like Kate Bishop's character. I did like it was a Haley Steinfeld. So like her character was awesome. Kate Bishop was a pretty cool callback. I always think it's funny when people are like, "Oh yeah, like she got a black belt when she was like 15 or 10 years old or something like that." It's just like, guys, for anybody listening out there, like that's not how this shit works. Like people who are black belts, like they put in a lot of like time and effort and stuff, and
Yeah.
you got to be able to like whoop other black belts. Again, I'm sure saying it's not impossible, but hey, it's just like, oh cool, she's just different, right? And her,
Right.
her bow and arrow skills are just completely different. So I would have loved to see probably more of the training aspect to see how like her training kind of led to that and what she kind of went
Yeah.
through. But I guess, man, people are tired of montages, right? And
Right.
classic 80s songs being played in the background. I'm just kidding. So it's like I thought the character was cool. Very upbeat and just kind of like that annoying little sister that you're just all like, yo, can you just stop talking because I'm done with you. Like shut up, and you're just kind of bothering Clinton stuff. But nah, man, Jeremy Renner's character in there, and it sucks that it's just like. And again, it's funny that he's like, he's telling his daughter he'll be home for Christmas. It's like, oh shit, this is a Christmas show already, right? Like obviously it's during that time, but it's just like, oh shit, will he be home for Christmas?
Right. Is he gonna make it?
Yeah, and then the tracksuit mafia, it's just like, yeah, that's her name. And she's like, isn't that a little too on the nose? He's just like, yeah, that's just how they work, right? So I like that they're Russian too. That's always funny. And then there's some comedic relief in there too. So
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't say it's on par with like Loki.
Yeah, Loki was good.
Yeah, so there's still 4 more episodes to see where it goes. So I'm still excited to see where it heads, see what direction it goes.
Me too, man. I think that it's going to offer some really good insight within the universe, right? And I think just like you said, like the Black Widow tie-in is going to be very interesting if there is one, which I hope there is. I hope I think her name is like Yelena's like character really kind of comes in and kind of steals the show at the end or something like that, or is a part of it somehow or something. So
I also read that they might use this to introduce Kingpin.
Oh, dude, don't play with my emotions.
But I don't know how true that is. I just read that might be what they use this for.
But still, fucking Marvel, don't play with my emotions.
Right.
But I hope it's the same guy that was, Kingpin in the Marvels Daredevil, because that dude was awesome.
Oh, you don't want Michael Clark Duncan?
I mean, R.I.P. Unless I can bring back his ghost and do like Tupac and the Coachella.
Right, the hologram?
The hologram. Unless I can do that, nah, bro. Nah. But no, what was the guy's name? Who was Kingpin? It's Vincent D'Onofrio
or something like that.
Yeah, that guy. He was fucking amazing as Kingpin. Like just you like felt his like pain and anguish as to how he became, Kingpin. You could feel his like intellect, his strength, his like passion. Like you just felt it all, man. He was awesome. He kicked ass like in that show, and the way they kind of made him larger than life was pretty cool. And we'd love to see Charlie Cox come back as Matt Murdock. I thought he was great too. So everybody else, I'm like, John, was it Bernthal? He was the Punisher. Like he'd be a pretty cool Punisher to see him come back as that. But I wouldn't be mad if they changed him, right? So I've always wanted a Tom Jane. Like I wanted him to do fucking like a sequel, to the Punisher. But he was just kind of like, nah. Like I just did it once. Like I'm not into this whole like, I'm a different kind of actor. I don't want to be part of like some kind of MCU or something like that. He's like, I do my own thing. I won't be a part of it. So he did that. He went and did his own thing, right? So, and he didn't come back. He didn't come back to that character. But I would have loved to see him as a Punisher. But yeah, John Bernthal wasn't terrible as a Punisher. The series kind of sucked, but he was pretty cool.
What else did I watch? Oh, I've been watching the live action Cowboy Bebop on Netflix.
Ooh, well, you didn't finish it, right?
No, I'm on episode 5. I don't know how many episodes there are.
I think there's only like 10, maybe 8 or 10.
Okay.
I can't remember I can't remember, but I remember I watched it all. I did watch it.
You watched all of it already?
I did. Yeah, man. I was going to get into it and be like, hey, man, what'd you think of the show? Let me see how many episodes. Episodes. What are your thoughts initially, man? What do you think about it so far?
So far, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I like
Yeah, there's 10 episodes.
I like the casting. I
Me
like the guy
too.
the dude that plays Spike or Fearless.
Yeah. John
Um
Cho.
yeah. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of
Yeah, man, I can never see him not be Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar.
I can never not see him as that, bro. Like, but he was convincing. I will
Yeah.
say in this show, this is probably the first thing that I've seen him in. Besides, well, I don't know. Have you ever seen Searching?
No, I haven't.
I highly recommend anybody out there who has not seen Searching. Highly recommend watching Searching. It is an awesome, I mean, awesome film about a dad looking for his daughter, and it's told all through her computer, like the way it's filmed and stuff, and through news outlets. It's crazy how they like depict it and stuff. But awesome film. But he's in that, and he
Cool.
was pretty convinced. Like he wasn't Harold and Kumar. Like he wasn't that guy
Yeah.
in this show too, right? So the character that I really liked was the guy who plays Jet Black. Like I
Oh
thought
yeah.
he was spot on.
Yeah.
Like he was spot on. Like anytime I see him, I'm just like, that's Jet Black. That's Jet Black.
Right.
Like this guy's fucking Jet Black. Like, and I even went back and watched some of the anime, like episodes from the anime, and I was like, this dude's Jet Black. Like, holy shit!
Right.
Like this is him. Like this is 100% him. So, I really liked his character, and I think it's a good deviation from the anime, but still kind of pays homage to it. So
Yeah.
I wasn't upset about the direction and kind of what it came, what it is, and I think it's pretty good standalone. Like even if you didn't rewatch the anime or didn't watch the anime, I think on its own it's still a pretty good show.
Is there going to be another season, or is this just a one season type thing?
I think the speculation out there is that there will be a second season, and
Okay.
I think that they left it open in interpretation in a lot of ways because they wrapped up some of the story from season one, but I think that they left it open in interpretation so that they could continue the story, but kind of continue the story they wanted or they
Yeah.
want to. So like the writers can write it in a direction that they kind of want to and kind of go forward and stuff. So and tell a different story if they wanted to. So
Yeah.
I'm not too mad at it. I know people may, who are fans of the show, maybe want like a scene for scene reenactment, which you get some
Yeah.
scenes like that, but man, it's not always going to be like that. They got to make it different.
Yeah.
So.
Especially when they're doing it live action from from an animated show. Cowboy Bebop came up all the animated one's been around for a while.
Like 99, if not earlier than that. I think it was because I think the show came to the US in 99 or came out in 99 or something like that. Let's see. Anime, neo-fiction. It came to the US in 2001, but its production and stuff from the first. Yeah, 1998, man. So it was broadcasted in Tokyo in 1998. And then
Yeah.
came to
So I
like
mean,
the US and
this
stuff
show's over
later.
20 years old.
Yeah, man. So obviously it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
It's changed so much from kind of what the technology is, how the story was told. But I mean, I liked it, man. The fact that there's like mafiosos, they're bounty hunters, they get into a whole bunch of different kind of like adventures and stuff, man. I like the direction of it. Like I said, I was not upset in how they kind of told the story, and I love the aesthetics and the visuals of it, man. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was fucking
Yeah.
cool as shit, man. So was not upset about it. Keep watching. I can't say that it gets better per se, but it definitely, I mean, it ties in a lot of ways. So, but there were some characters that, I'm all like, where the hell is this character? And you'll find out if that person shows up or not. So,
Right.
I don't know how much you remember of the anime series.
Not a lot. I mean, I watched it. Probably it's been over 10 years since I watched it.
Oh shit! Yeah, because you probably saw it in 2010, 2011.
It used to be on come on like Adult Swim at night on the weekends, I think.
Yeah, that's when they would do their like anime like series.
Yeah, yeah.
Like anime like channel only or something like that.
Yeah, Toonami, I think it was called.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I watched it, was on that.
You know what else I finally finished? And it took me forever? Fucking Squid Games.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it took me forever, but I finally I was like watching like 10 different things, but Squid Game was another one too, man. Like,
what'd you think of Squid Games?
holy, it was aggressive. It was aggressive, man. Like I was like sad. I was like happy. I was like relieved. Like I was, then I was like angry. it was just a whole roller
A whole
coaster.
range of emotions.
Holy fuck, a whole range of emotions. The emotions were
What'd you
just
think about the old man?
okay. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Like
Like,
what? What?
that dude was like, he just wanted some spice in his life, I guess.
Oh man, like I'm bored. I'm just gonna pay poor people to do fucked up shit or people in debt. And
And
make,
join him, like, in the, like, he actually, like, was part of it.
oh man, it was yeah, and he was part of it. He was smiling. He was playing fucking. He was pissing himself. The man was pissing himself, man, and was confused. And I don't know. It was wild. Sorry, I'm like yelling. I'm getting aggressive right now. The show just made me so aggressive. I was like, what the hell's going on right here? Why are people getting stabbed? Why are they getting shot? What the hell's going on right here? So
Yeah, it was nuts. Would
I was waiting for
would
this.
you do something like that if you were offered, like, there's a chance you could win like multi-million dollars? You just got to beat out all these other people,
Are
and
they
if you
dying?
lose, you don't just lose, like, you fucking die.
Wait, are they dying and I'm dying?
Yeah, like
Hell
the
no, I
real
don't want
thing,
to do
like the
no,
show.
man. No, man. I don't want money that bad. Hell no. Like, I mean, shit, money's nice, but I don't want to be. Well, I don't want to be Jeff Bezos rich. Like, God, that's a lot of money.
Right.
There was no way in hell in my lifetimes, my kids' lifetimes, and my kids' lifetimes would they ever be able to spend that shit. I don't know. Would you? You're like maybe.
Yeah, I
Man,
think about it.
man, wait. That's not fair.
Like, it had to be games that I know. Like, it had to be stuff that I know. Like,
No. But it's not. But it's not fair though. Well, I'm not saying it's not fair, but like I could see right, and the only reason is because shit, you fucking fought in Afghanistan, like you or Iraq, right? Like
yeah,
you went over there. You were in the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, of course you'd be like, fuck it. I've seen pretty bad shit. Like I could see some more bad shit. It's not necessarily fine, but fuck it. I already saw it before, and they're gonna give me a lot of money through this shit. Fuck it, let's go.
but like when it comes to like games that I don't know how to play, like that last game they had to play, the actual Squid Game, like I don't know the hell I'm doing. Like, how you gonna put me in a game? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know the rules.
It's like
These dudes been playing it since they were kids.
they're just like, hey man, you're gonna play Connect 4. Sorry, I like fucking knocked over my water bottle. Trying to
Your pee
electrocute
bottle?
myself. Yeah, just trying to electrocute myself in my pee bottle. Ladies and gentlemen, I was using this to pee. I'm kidding. I was not peeing in this goddamn bottle. We were joking about this shit earlier. To keep talking, Derek, I'm gonna just step away and grab a towel to dry this shit up.
But yeah, like,
But yeah, I can see you possibly like. I mean, yeah, like you're right, like the Squid Game thing. But like, what if the equivalent of the Squid Game was like fucking? I don't know, because it's just you and one other.
like the games that we played as kids. I mean, like we played Red Light, Green Light.
What if it was like Foursquare? Like me
We
on the ball.
Yeah, probably Foursquare. We did Tug of War. Maybe some hide and seek. I guess I don't know, some super aggressive hide and seek,
No,
or some Kill the Carrier.
Kill the carry. Oh shit. Yes. Well, I mean, if it's like you and another person, I feel like Foursquare would be like a
Or
good
some-
American game. Or
Some freeze tag.
what if it was like checkers? But every time you like took somebody's fucking checker, you had to smack them or stab them or some shit. I'm giving people idea. People are gonna like, hey, let's go play Squid Games, but like, go fuck shit up.
Right.
I don't know. I couldn't do it, man. I'd be like, look, bro, I know I need money, but I'm not trying to watch people die, and I'm not trying to play marbles and fucking trick the other guy and
Get
he
shot
has to
in the
get
head.
shot in the head. Like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't want people to die, dude. I don't want you to die, bro. And if they put me in a game with you, and then I gotta play against you, nah, man. We three bros. Not hey me, bro. It's we three bros.
Right. Like the marbles one, like they told him to choose partners, and like they didn't know that partner was like one of them two was gonna die.
Yeah, and if me and you were in there, I'd be like, hey, Derek, you want to join? You want to join me? Let's team up, bro. Come on.
And then one of us got to beat the other one to live.
And then not only that, remember that girl? She didn't get to go, so she got to go back and go to sleep.
Oh yeah, she didn't have a person.
Yeah, she didn't have a person. She got to go back to sleep. They're like, go to sleep. She was like, all right, appreciate you. And everybody's come back fucking sad. They're all crying and sad, and she's just like, what happened? Why are you guys crying? Look,
Right.
bitches. That tempered glass thing, I was like, yo, that's fucked up. I was like, the guy figured out the
bridge.
game. I was like, the guy figured out the game, and then they're gonna turn the lights off on him.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
They had to take off their shoes. They couldn't bring their shoes. Like I know they made them take off their shoes, but you couldn't like bring your shoe with you and like toss it to see if it falls.
I don't remember. Well, I was yelling at it because I was like, their zipper had metal,
Yeah.
and I was like, why are they using their fucking jacket?
Oh
Because
yeah,
remember,
just take your jacket off and swing it at the one in front of you,
yeah, and
and see if it like
if it makes a weird noise, or like I would jump back, and I would hit the glass in front of me with the jacket, right? Because it has a zipper, and I would hear the noise. And if I
Yeah.
jump up and hit it, and it made and one of them made the different noise, I would know which one it is. But I
Yeah.
was sitting there, I was like, use your fucking jacket, and they can't hear me. It's fucking recorded. It's already recorded. But I'm yelling at the screen like a fucking doofus. So I'm just like, use your jacket, dumbasses. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. But it was crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't. It's like my friend who told me, like, he made this, like, he gave me this proposition one time. He's just like, hey, he's like, he's like, if you had 10 chances to shoot from half court, and if you made it, you made $1 million. But if you miss it, you had to spend 10 years in prison. Or maybe not 10
Oh.
years. Maybe he was like, I think we meant maybe like 3 years in prison or something like that, or a year in prison. It's like 10 shots, $1 million, or if you don't make a single shot, you got to spend a year in jail.
From half court?
Half court.
Oh man, that's tough.
Look at Derek. Derek's like, I might.
I suck at basketball.
I've done it before. Like, I've gone to a gym.
Did you do underhand, like granny shot?
I mean, I tried it all ways. Like, I went in there and I was like, all right, 10 shots. Let's see if I can make this from half court, right? And no. Literally.
You missed all 10 of them?
I think it was like I made 1 out of 30 or something like that.
You would have been in jail?
I would have been in jail, bro. I've been sitting there, Big Bertha, Big Bubba be sitting there cuddling me at night, man. Just being like, hey, you're going to keep me warm. I'm just like, oh, shit. I was like, we're not doing this, man. But no, yeah, man. So 10 shots, $1 million or go to jail for a year. I'm good, fam. There's
Right.
10 million.
Or $1 million per shot for every one that you make.
Okay. Yeah, 10 shots. But then, like, all the ones you miss is
a year in jail.
It's a year in jail. It's like, oh, you got to go to jail for, like, 7 years, but you got $3 million when you get out.
Waiting for you.
If
you make it 7 years.
If you make it, oh, fuck. Yeah, we're talking, what kind of prison? Am I in, like, a federal prison with, like
Supermax?
Yeah, because if you're in a Supermax, yeah, you're right. Because what if the gangs get a hold of you and they're like, bitch, you're going to give us some of that $3 million, or I'm going to take this manhood of yours. And you're just like,
right,
sir, I will not give you this. Turns ugly.
Or if it's like a Martha Stewart type prison.
I mean, shit. I don't like going outside anyways. I get to stay in this room all day. Can I get my PlayStation? Get some Wi-Fi, some Wi-Fi? Let's go.
Some Wi-Fi?
Some Wi-Fi. I was like, we're making this happen, bro. Hey, Derek, what are you doing today, man? I got to work. Why are you always working, bro? Why can't you never get online and play? It's like, I'm not in jail. I'm fucking sitting in my room 24/7. Gotta pay bills. Like, what'd you eat from commissary? I ate some hot Cheetos. They had hot Cheetos in there. I did 1,000 push-ups today. I was bored. I had nothing else to do. I mean, I'm making light of prison. It's fucking worse than that, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. But changing gears, man. When I went to go watch Ghostbusters, they were showing trailers for films. Do you remember the trailers that you saw?
They didn't show any trailers. Like,
seriously?
It literally, it went into the movie. It was like the opening credits. I was like, nope, no previews. What the hell is this?
Oh man, so I saw some preview. I saw a preview of the movie that you really want to watch. It's Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. I know you were raving about it right before we started this. You said, "Bro, I can't wait." You were singing the songs tonight, and just everything. And I was just like, Dick, it's not that serious. I don't. Why do you want to watch West Side Story? Like, I get it, man, Romeo and Juliet, but it's in New York, it's fine.
Is it like a play off of Romeo and Juliet?
I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, because if you look at it, it's like there's two families. I think they made it more so like, oh man, it's like the Jets and somebody else. Like, I forgot the other gang or whatever. But yeah, no, it's very similar to Romeo and Juliet, because like in this, it's like, they're Puerto Rican and she falls in love with like a white American, and they're just like, oh no, you can't fall in love with them. So it's like it's pretty much Romeo and Juliet, but it like a little bit more modern during that time whenever they wrote it. And they added like music. It's a musical and stuff. So it's it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different for sure. But no, it's Romeo and Juliet, man. That's the premise of the story. So
Oh, I didn't
no,
even know that.
how did you not know that if you were so excited to watch it? Explain to me. I'm just kidding. He did not, guys. He did not. Another movie that I watched over the weekend, man, and I don't know if you got a chance or if you even want to watch it, was King Richard. King Richard was the movie about Venus and Serena's
Oh
father
yeah, the one
and
with Will Smith.
Will Smith, man. Will Smith back on his prime. Like
Yeah.
he was fantastic in the film as their father. He was awesome. Really good. Like it was a really good biopic story, kind of telling their upbringing. I would say that it's kind of tailored more towards a Venus than it is Serena.
Yeah.
It almost seems like a Venus film over Serena, even though Serena's probably the better player of the two. But Will Smith as their father is fantastic, right? Like just the things that he says, the things that he does, like how powerful, like he's awesome, man. Like Will Smith at his best is great, and
Yeah.
he definitely shows out in the film, man. So if you're a Will Smith fan and you want to hear like just a good like American story about these two girls who grew up in a rough area and then eventually like make it to the top and make it to the top of their game and end up in certain places, man, it's a good story. So would recommend. It's a good watch. If you, again, especially Will Smith, man, he kills it in the film. One of the things they don't really talk about in the film, because I think they have to find a stopping point, right? And they do find a stopping point. They don't acknowledge like her older sister. Like one of their older sisters was killed in a gang shootout.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about it. I thought they were going to talk about that, but they don't. But yeah, one of Venus and Serena's sisters, man, was killed in like a gang shootout out there in like California or something, man, which is a really tragic story because she was like really intelligent, graduated at the top of her class and everything. So all the kids were very, very smart, right? So it's a good film, man. I thought they were going to kind of talk about it, but if you want something wholesome to watch, man, and again has Will Smith in it, recommend. So
Cool.
if you get a chance to check it out, man. So I know we're kind of getting towards the end of this, man. Shall we cover some foosball, or you got anything else to
Let's
cover?
talk about the old football.
Oh, football. I don't know what that was. Don't ignore me. I don't know what the fuck I just did. All right. So football this week was a little bit different, right? I don't know if you know this or not, Derek, but the Raiders and Cowboys game was the highest viewed regular season football game in history. They said more people watched that game than they have in any other game that's during the regular season. It was the Raiders and Cowboys game, man. Apparently, people really liked watching the Cowboys, or they really like watching them lose. I don't know what it
Right.
is. They're either rooting for them or rooting against them, but they're watching the game. But the first
Yeah.
game was the Bears and the Lions. Poor Lions. Just when you think they're gonna, win a game, they play themselves and beat themselves, and nobody beats
Right.
the Lions like the Lions. And sure enough, that's what happens. And the Bears get the W, even though Andy Dalton, 317 yards, one touchdown. He tried to do his thing, and the Bears just didn't, or the Lions just couldn't come through. So, poor guy, Andy Dalton whooping that ass. Yeah, Raiders and Cowboys, really good game throughout, man. The fact that the Cowboys came back towards the end and was driving down the line, like I thought the boys were going to win, man. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like these guys are going to take it. But Derek Carr said, here's a middle finger. You guys will not win. I'm going to win. And then he won.
Right.
And then the final game, I don't even think I finished the final game. Like I started the first quarter, Josh Allen started lighting them up, and I was like, yeah, this game's over. And I turned it off. And the Bills beat them 31-16. So I was like, well,
Yeah, I wasn't too surprised with that game.
neither. The Saints are a mess right now. They lost Drew Brees, and everything's just been downhill from there. They're running back. They have a lot of injuries right now, man.
Yeah.
I think Alvin Kamara has been out for a few games, or is going to be out for a few more games or something like that. So I did win my fantasy game last week. I am in first place.
Nice.
In my league. I just lost Debo. So
yeah, he's out for 2 weeks.
He's out for 2 weeks. So I'm fucked. So excuse my language, but I am screwed. And this is not going to go well for me. All right. So some Sunday games, right? So those are the games on Thanksgiving. If you guys got a chance to watch them, hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and enjoyed the football games that were there. The Steelers and the Bengals. The Steelers are not who we thought they were. They lost 41-10. The Bengals, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. Holy shit.
Yeah, he went off.
Yo, is Joe Burrow the truth? I mean, he showed out.
He seems.
at
I don't
LSU.
know. It seems like every week he's a different quarterback, though.
You know who's a different quarterback every week? Mother trucking Matthew Stafford.
Right.
But the same thing, like same time, like Josh Allen didn't play like too well like a few weeks ago. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We can get some more out of Joe Burrow. Buccaneers and the Colts. That was a solid game.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette 4 touchdowns. Jacksonville gave him away, and he's just going off for the
Yeah.
Buccaneers right now. So Buccaneers are 8-3. I believe they're at the top of their division or top of the NFC right now. And the Colts are 6-6. The Colts, they're in a crappy division. So I mean, as long as they can beat out the Titans, I think that they have a chance to make it to the playoffs. But we'll see. The Titans have kind of
Yeah.
run into. I mean, they lost to the Texans a week ago, and then they got blown out 36-13 by the Patriots. So the Titans are 8-4. Patriots are 8-4. Holy shit! Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Right. Can you
Holy
imagine
shit!
if it's the Patriots and the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl?
I think I would give up football. I think I would give up football. I'd start watching Mel's doubles in tennis. Panthers and Dolphins. Cam Newton is back, but the Dolphins 33-10.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not that bad. The Eagles and the Giants. Giants beat the Eagles 13-7. So which is kind of interesting because Jalen Hurts just went off last week, and then this week just couldn't really pull it through. So
Right.
it's kind of interesting there. Falcons and the Jaguars. No big surprise. Falcons took it 21-14. Jaguars are 2-9, so they're not doing much. Jets and the Texans. No, we're not going there. Jets beat the Texans 21-14. Man, Texans 2-9. My friend texted me today. He's like, "Hey, man, Texans and your Texans and Rockets suck." And I'm all like, "Yeah." I think before this game, the Texans were 2-8, and the Rockets were like 2-16. I was like, "Oh, look, just double
They got
the
the
lights."
same record.
They got the same record. Hey, but U of H, the Cougars, man, they're ranked 24. They're 10-1 right now. Like, U of H is doing their thing right now. And in basketball, I think they're ranked like 16th or something like that. So if we got anything to be proud of in sports in Houston, it's for sure the Houston Cougars. So I'll give them a shout out, man. Go Cougs, my alma mater. Chargers and Broncos. Broncos 28-13. The Chargers. That was another person that's kind of up and down. Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Like for a while, he was like killing it.
Yeah, he's like like you said, like for a few weeks, doing great. Like the guy looks almost unstoppable. People were comparing him to obviously the tops of the tops. They're like, oh my gosh, if I could have any quarterback right now at this moment to start my franchise, people were like left and right picking Justin Herbert. I don't know what's happened to the Chargers. They just they have taken a dip, but they're 6-5. Broncos are 6-5. So we'll see what happens. I hope you're bringing up your text message.
I haven't seen it.
Oh shit! Maybe they haven't put it out. I believe this was the game of the week. If it wasn't, it should have been the game of the week. The Packers and the Rams. Packers 36, Rams 28. Man, the Rams are 7-4. All
the Rams additions fell apart. They've been falling apart.
OBJ, Von Miller. I was like, Rams to Super Bowl all the way. Like this has happened. Rams are going to Super Bowl. They're going to beat every team, and the Packers show up. Aaron Rodgers with a messed up toe is like, not today. It's not happening. Packers 9-3. Are they the best team in the NFC? Best team in the NFL? I mean, they're showing up every week like they are.
But then every time they make it to the playoffs, they're a different team.
True. And then you have the Vikings and the 49ers. 49ers 34-26, man. That was a great game. I'm sure you were happy about that. Deebo Samuel. I'm a little hurt, but hey, I hope he makes a quick recovery. I need him for the playoffs. Playoffs start next week or the week after. Browns and Ravens. Ravens 16-10. Ravens are 8-3, man. Holy shit. They're 5-1 at home. They got a good record. And then the disappointment of the Seahawks, man. 15-7, losing to Washington. I think the game ended with an interception by Russell Wilson.
In the end zone, too.
I think people are speculating, man. Again, people are always always quick to jump to conclusion, but is it an end of an era?
I think so. I think Russ is gone after this season.
Well, he didn't want to stay there from the beginning, right? I heard there was speculation at the beginning of the season that he didn't want to stay there. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Like they were all thinking about moving and going somewhere else, which I think they kind of known with like where the direction of their organizations are going, and they want out, man. Which I don't blame them, right? Like if you kind of see, like if they're drafting quarterbacks early in the draft, and they have coaching changes, The offense looks different. They're spending money where you don't want them to spend money. Like if I'm a quarterback, I'm like, man, I'm going somewhere they're going to give me the big bucks. I mean,
Right.
or if not the big bucks that are going to give them a chance. Why the hell do you think Matthew Stafford left the Lions? He's like, I'm getting so much more like, recognition. I'm getting so much more publicity.
And he's on a winning team.
And he's on a winning team. He could have stayed with the Lions, and they could have been 0-10 right now, or 0-8, or whatever the hell like their win-loss record is. He could have been there, but he's in LA in the sunshine, and he's losing, which is not a bad thing, but still, I think this is a funny question. Cliff Kingsbury, do you think he's leaving? 1 year in the contract. I think Oklahoma wants him, man.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's interesting because he turned the Cardinals around. The Cardinals are doing great, but I mean, it's similar to Nick Saban. Nick Saban, the man is, I mean, for lack of a better way to put it, the man is a god in Alabama. He literally, he gets paid millions of dollars. He doesn't necessarily have to deal with the publicity or the public so much and the media so much. I mean, he does, but I don't know. I know. I remember hearing something, and maybe I heard announcers, and they were talking about just the appeal, where you get to recruit your players, and which is always kind of an advantage. You don't have to deal with people being pissed off because they're not getting paid enough, and you want your star players, and it's tougher to draft them. If you have great charisma and you know how to talk to athletes, especially young guys, you're more impressionable. Shit, they'll go play for you. So. Not saying that it's easier to coach in college, guys. I'm sure they're both very difficult, but just the appeal of college is just a little bit different, man. So, but I remember people were speculating him, about colleges kind of wanting to reach out to him. And then I think Adam Schefter tweeted a picture of him, where he was at on the day of the draft. And I don't know if you saw the picture of his home, in Arizona. Nah. Oh my God. When you get a chance, look up the photos of Cliff Kingsbury at home on the draft. Dude, this house is beautiful, beautiful. And then at the same time, they showed pictures of Andy Reid at his house, and he was in his 1950s old grandma's couch, or old grandma's kitchen or something with a laptop. And then that's how he's drafting players in the draft. And then you have Cliff Kingsbury in this giant mansion in Arizona that's just beautiful, man. Beautiful home. So I don't know, man. It's Oklahoma, Normandy, or it's Arizona. I mean, both states are great, but I mean, they may not have necessarily the same appeal as a major city. But you know how it is. You go to one of those colleges, you are the man in so many ways. But I digress, man. But that's all we got for football. I know Derek usually kind of gives us a quick recap from one of his favorite sites about some of the fun things or funny things about the teams. But I guess they didn't post anything this week. So
the only thing they posted was says, thank you for participating in No Win November. And it's the Lions, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Saints.
Oh, that's tough. Those poor teams. So, but unless you have anything else, Derek, I think we should go ahead and call the episode there. But if you do, we can keep on talking, man.
Oh, I think that's all I got.
Cool. Well, let me just say, hey, thank you for everybody who continuously listens. We appreciate you guys. We hope you had a happy holidays or happy Thanksgiving. Look forward to hearing from you guys or talking to you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Thank you again for always listening. Bigfoot, if you're out there, we're starting to look like each other, bro. So maybe I'll go.
Yeah, maybe he only will talk to people with beards.
Hey man, so I'm gonna keep the beard. That's what it is. I'll keep the beard, and maybe my brother can come talk to me. So Bigfoot, if you're out there, man, I know you're listening. We'll bring you on the podcast one of these days. So. But Derek, do your thing, man. Close us out.
Yeah, thanks everybody that stopped by to listen or checked out the YouTube channel and gave us a watch. We really appreciate it. Thanks for staying all the way to the end. And we, I want to thank Joseph for being here as usual. And I'm just happy that we're able to continue to do this, and we look forward to putting out more episodes down the line. So come back next week and check out what we have to talk about. And that's about it. Have a good weekend, and we will see you on the next episode. See you later.